So today we are at firma Arthurs, a very wide range supplier of most different products. So please tell us a little, what does your company supply, and especially what does it have up to with this giant truck and the very interesting extensions.
So hi and welcome to the booth of Aronia. My name is Stephan Kraschansky. I am the Managing Director for Military and Law Enforcement Sales. So I would like to introduce you to our new counter-UAV truck. So this truck is the maximum we can build. It contains radar detection, optical detection, and of course our flagship sensor, the passive RF-DF sensor, plus full spectrum programmable jamming. That's what you need for counter-UAS on the move.
Yes.
And I would like to introduce you to our other systems inside the booth, so just come on and follow me.
Please, yes.
So Aronia is a worldwide renowned company for producing spectrum analyzers and direction finding equipment. So what our equipment does is basically scanning the full electromagnetic spectrum multiple hundred times per second and looking for frequencies which shouldn't be there. Those frequencies are then located, triangulated, and put on a map. How this looks is easily displayed here. So we do see here targets in a playback detected as radar targets and decoded targets. Plus we're able to find non-standard frequencies at the same time with the same systems. Once the frequency and the target has been acquired, we are able to jam these targets throughout the full electromagnetic band. So we do not care which frequency the drone is using. We are able to mitigate in whatever kind of frequency live on the move.
While also having pre-planned what exactly the own drones are using, and especially excluding them from the regarding measurements.
Of course, so you can whitelist your own drones. You have a full airspace picture, so the awareness is quite high with our system, and you can choose which drone individually you want to mitigate and which one you would keep alive.
Highly interesting, and I'm gonna do a little sweep of this giant counter-UAV modular cabin, which is highly interesting, and we see several extensions. So could you elaborate a little on what we are seeing on the upper side?
Sure, so let me introduce you from left to right. On the left-hand side top, we do see a high-definition camera system with MWIR infrared cameras. Below that, you see our full programmable jamming device, and below that, which is now not seeable because of our giant booth, is a 360-degree radar setup. So the green panels are radar setups for 360-degree radar detection. On the right-hand side, we see our flagship sensor. This is a passive RF-DF location system. So we do find the emission of frequencies with this kind of antenna. And we know that we have a high range decoding antenna system. So just to give you an explanation, we do see regular commercial drones like DJIs for 40 to 60 kilometers with this kind of antenna setup.
Wow. So
that's the maximum you can build.
So anyone launches an unregistered FPV drone somewhere, 40, 60 kilometers, you say, that doesn't belong here?
Even further, so for military grade drones, we got the ranges from 80 to 100 kilometers passively, but of course always depending on the frequency output level of the opponent.
So how many enemy UAVs can, for example, be scouted and then jammed at the same time?
So basically there is no limit, because the limitation here is the physical electromagnetic spectrum. So whoever has space in the spectrum can be detected and can be mitigated. So just as a plain example, if you jam a dedicated sector, each and every signal in this dedicated sector is blocked. So there is no limit in terms of drones. But what I've tested so far is 75 drones at once. This is actually the maximum from drones I have, and I do not have more operators to operate them. So 75 was already tested.
We need some testing joint ventures next.
That's the point. But also we have swarming experience. Yep. So we are at drone shows where we see thousands of drones, but they seem to the system as one drone, because usually they are linked in some kind of frequency cloud, and they are sharing one frequency.
Well,
the radar itself sees multiple targets, of course, multiple hundreds, up to 1,000 targets. So there is actually no limit
Highly interesting. I was just trying to get a picture so on which kind of battalion, brigade level one of these basically will ensure the whole
So
force.
we do see us on the upper tactical level to the strategic level. So usually we would recommend to attach one or two trucks to each battalion to give you forward protection. Depending on the scenario, of course.
2 is 1, 1 is none.
That's true. And also if you have 2, you can do triangulation. One truck only gives you the direction.
Thank you very much for these elaborations. Highly interesting.
Thanks a lot for visiting.